Our republic is in jeopardy if we allow this type of a palace coup environment to continue to persist, and that's why I'm one of the members of Congress who will be encouraging today Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes to release the memo. We can have a vote in the Intelligence Committee, a vote of the full House of Representatives, and this is a matter of such importance that I think we need to do it immediately.
I mean, listening to some of this reaction, characterize what's in the memo. What's it say?
Unfortunately, I can't get into the specific details in a top secret document, but that's why we have to release it. I don't think it's appropriate for just members of Congress to be horrified by the activities that were undertaken during this endeavor, and that's why we've got to allow the American people to see it. I will tell you this, Bill. If we get this memo into the public square, heads are going to roll at the FBI and at the Department of Justice. There is no way everyone keeps their job.
One comment said it was like the KGB. This is really strong language. Is the suggestion that the abuse on behalf of the federal government was indeed spying on Americans without their knowledge and without proper legal authority? Yes or no?
Again, that would get into the specific contents of the memo. I can tell you that we can never live in a country where this type of thing happens. And particularly the authentication processes that are laid out in the memo are of such fiction. They are so laughable that they would never withstand scrutiny from the public.
You know, it's days like these when the plate isn't just full, it's so overwhelming that I feel like I'm letting everybody down. And then I get overheated and I get really, really hyper and my brain speeds up and I get guests on who have great things to say and I interrupt them because, that's why I always thank you for putting up with me, because it makes my brain explode. Every article, because my brain makes connections in memory to a larger picture. And I'm basically like Robbie the Robot with smoke coming out of my ears. So thanks for putting up with me when I say that, because just one of these articles has hundreds of data points with it that give me chills up my back. And then I'm sitting here at home and last night and this morning and in the office looking at all this. And just every story and the way the mainstream media responds to it and tries to lie is crazy. You know, we tell you that we're next year's news today. Roger Stone has been saying since January of 2017, 1 year ago, he has been saying that the key to bringing Obama, Hillary, and all of them to justice is the illegal FISA warrant, which they then lied and said they didn't have. First, they said they were surveilling. Then they said they weren't. Then they said we were crazy and made it up. Remember all the CNN clips? And it just goes on and on. And I kept saying, this is the key to everything. I agreed with Roger that the fact that they were spying illegally on the campaign, and then we're doing it when he was president-elect, and then the day he gets elected, it's the front page of the New York Times that they were spying on Trump Tower. And then they lie about it to Congress and say it's preposterous. Clapper, Brennan, Comey. In front of Congress, we have all the clips. We're going to play them today. And now Congress has the classified FISA warrant directed by the president. It wasn't just Comey that went with the fake Fusion GPS. The president of the United States directed that the frontrunner and the Republican nominee be spied on for espionage with no proof, with a fake dossier, and then lied about it to Congress and lied about it to the American people. And now it's all blown up in their face. And they just hope, like Gruber. Why do I harp on Gruber so much? The top strategist to get Obamacare passed. And he said, I was hired to deceive people that this was going to triple prices on average within 5 years. And I was hired because I'm the best at lying. And thank God the public has no memory. These are quotes. They don't want you to have a memory. And here, right here now, we have Congress, we have senators, we have the FBI coming out. It's all right here. Congress confident bombshell FISA abuse memo will be released soon, resulting in major criminal indictment of major officials. I believe there are people who will go to jail over the intel memo. Worse than Watergate, shocking House intel memo reveals FISA abuse by senior DOJ and FBI. And notice, Trump had this from the time he got into office. He doesn't release secret stuff, though. He's waiting for it to be released through proper channels. Law enforcement was so upset, they leaked to us a previous mass surveillance program of Trump, all his residences, and my residence and my private office. We broke that last year. So, yeah, next year's news today. And then it goes on and on and on. And then we have the Roger Stone articles from back in March of last year. Trump wiretapping, a scandal bigger than Watergate. Roger Stone go after the fraud of the FISA warrant. Again, that's how smart Roger is. The more and more I realize that guy is scary how dead on he is. We've got even bigger news, too. Just stay with us. It's Friday, the 19th day of January, 2018. I am your host, Alex Jones. Sean Hannity last night said that the Russia investigation is over and is officially blown up in their face. I agree that it's a double head tap, what we just saw. The first unstoppable salvo was all the Fusion GPS coming out with the husbands and wives in the Justice Department and FBI, a very close-knit group of less than 30 people at the top, the deputy director of the FBI, the head of the Russia operations, or inside of the Justice Department, all connected, by the way, to the Communist Chinese, smoke screening and blaming Russia for their operations. They went in, created the fake dossier, used it to get the fake FISA warrant, and now we know Obama directed the warrant. Unprecedented, beyond Nixonian. Congress has the memo. It's classified, but they are trying to look at how they're going to release it. Notice Trump knew all this day one. He got elected. He got briefings. Once he was president, that's why they were so scared on the 20th. He could see it all. And that's why when he said, I think it's going to come out Obama was spying on me. And they said, you're insane. Comey said it was insane. We're going to get those clips in front of Congress 2 weeks later. What was that, early February? He said the president, you can pull up the headline, Comey, it's insane to say that Obama ordered spying or knew about spying on Trump. The spying didn't exist, he said, and Obama wasn't involved. It was insane. There it is. Comey called Trump crazy. He used both crazy and insane after Obama wiretapping claims report. There it is, video from the Hill. When did I tell you? I told you, see, my memory has precision. I told you February, but I guess he testified again in the fifth month last year, but he also did it in February. So there you go. Multiple testimonies. So crazy, insane, hearing after hearing after hearing after hearing, and contradicting himself hearing over hearing. There was no secret memos. He didn't leak to the press. There was a secret memo. He did leak to the press. Perjury, 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 perjury. As bad as Brennan saying the NSA has never spied on any U.S. citizen, period. It doesn't exist. It's like saying New York City doesn't exist. Dallas, Texas doesn't exist. Your mama didn't exist. Bananas aren't yellow. Bears aren't brown. The sky isn't blue. There it is. Yeah, in March, Trump's baseless wiretap claim. Remember the hysteria in January, February, March, and April? And CNN clip, Alex Jones is the one. He's the insane person that says the president was being wiretapped, and the White House is using InfoWars as a source. Think about that. The White House wasn't using us as a source. Obama was the source when he was president-elect. When Trump was president-elect, they were in the news saying, we spied on Trump and have total proof he's a Russian. So Trump goes, well, it's illegal to leak that if you have it, but I know that isn't true, so you're lying also about faked leaked intelligence, which is doubly criminal. And now we know it was worse than we thought. Because they're dumb enough to even say in memos, we got to set the president-elect up. We got to stop him. Because that's in the new FISA they got that when Obama was outgoing. Then there's previous FISA and previous surveillance that wasn't even authorized going on during the campaign, obviously. This is unbelievable. New York Times needs to come clean on wiretap headline. Yeah, that was September of last year, pointing out that on January 20th, 1 year ago tomorrow, that they said they were wiretapping the president. But then again, CNN said that I literally made it up and that there was no reports saying it, even though there were thousands. So see, my crime is a memory. Gruber said we could screw these people over and triple their rates and rob them. Thank God they're so stupid, and thank God they have no memories. A memory is everything. If you're good-natured, love God, and have a good memory, and are hardworking, the universe is yours. And they all bet on you not having a memory. And so now we have congressional investigations. We have congressmen and women that have seen the memos. They say the venom is vicious and that it's Obama directing the whole operation. Well, of course, he's the president. You don't think they're going to carry out stuff this criminal if it wasn't a direct order. But for months and months and months, every day of every week last year, they said that Trump was insane in congressional testimony. Crazy. Mueller said he was crazy. Comey said he was crazy. Everybody said he was crazy. And now it's all imploding. Comey called Trump crazy and outside the realm of normal, while the president thought there was something wrong with his FBI director. Their toxic relationship revealed. And now everything Trump said confirmed in royal flush yet again. Congressman confident bombshell FISA abuse memo will be released soon. Will result in criminal charges of top officials. I believe people are going to go to jail. Worse than Watergate. We're going to play these clips coming up in the next segment. But we need to have the big headline on Infowars.com and Newswars.com because it seems like nobody else is doing this. We've got to do it yet again. I'm not complaining. I just don't get how people don't see the forest for the trees here. The headline, Trump 100% vindicated in saying he was illegally spied on. Because they illegally went and lied with fake dossiers knowingly in meetings, saying it's an insurance policy, to then go get a warrant to authorize with parallel construction what they were already doing for over a year and a half illegally. And all that's coming out. So we need to go and show screenshots of the New York Times and the Washington Post and CNN, just like I just did on TV. If you're a radio listener, they're putting up dozens of articles saying Trump's insane, Trump's crazy, didn't happen. And then it's exactly as he said. And ram that down their throat because that's the medicine to the poison. That's the medicine of the lies of them saying we're fake news, the president's insane, he's fake, he's dangerous. No, over and over. You'll never have a growth rate of 3%. Roared past that. New York Times, Krugman, full of prunes. You just won the fake news awards, telling America we'd never be great again, demoralizing us like Tokyo Rose in World War II. Unbelievable. And now all of it proven yet again in your stinking faces. Take that. People ask, how can suddenly things 1 year later be so much better, be turning around so quickly? Because it was artificial suppression. That's what globalism is. China has been picked as the industrial base and the place to have prosperity for the elite, not the people. It's an economic war. This has been a 21st century war. And guess what? Patriots just recaptured the country to a certain extent. That's all. We're just Americans. Trump's an American. I'm an American. Rand Paul's an American. You're an American. You could be Hispanic, black, white, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you like America, if you want prosperity, if you want to have freedom, if you want to have a decent life, you believe America's had some really great things about it, and you don't want foreign multinational secret corporations running your life, then you're an American. Let's come in for the big win here, folks. We can do it. We've turned the tide, but I'm telling you, they've created a super PAC called I Am Going to Assassinate President Donald Trump. And it was filed in that den of globalist evil, Chicago. We'll be back with all of this and then even bigger news. Yes, yes, yes. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
You're a white male! You're a white man!
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
One thing that happens when you make as many wild, unproven claims as Trump does is that the people around you have to go to increasingly ridiculous lengths to try to defend those claims. And this weekend we saw another example of that when White House counselor Kellyanne Conway was asked if she had any proof for Trump's outlandish claim that Obama wiretapped him during the campaign and offered this bizarre answer.
How does he know that his phone was actually tapped?
Let me answer that globally. He's the president of the United States. He has information and intelligence that the rest of us do not.
You know what? Yeah, I'll agree with that. Trump has intelligence that I definitely do not. I agree. Listen, people, one more time. Trump's accusation is ridiculous and pathetic.
He is suggesting a U.S. president enlisted a foreign intelligence service to spy on a political adversary. That is an explosive charge.
This is a serious allegation. This might be the most serious allegation any president has made against a previous president.
But this is a very serious allegation for a sitting president to make about his predecessor.
Trump tweeted, terrible, just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism. And the other one, how low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon Watergate, bad or sick guy. He said Obama is either a bad or sick guy. Maybe he means him as compliments. Like, yeah, man, he's bad. He's a bad guy.
The NSA's deputy director told the BBC it was arrant nonsense, revealing a complete lack of understanding in how the relationship works. And for their part, GCHQ called the accusations utterly ridiculous. And yet, rather than distancing himself from Spicer, Trump decided to back him up.
Are you asking, did I wiretap Donald Trump? Of course, I did it.
How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon/Watergate.
Hello? Hey, Barack. Sorry, we have to investigate you on this wiretapping thing.
But you know I didn't do that.
I know, but we still have to investigate it. Otherwise, it'll look like I'm just mentally unstable.
The craziest thing about Trump calling for an investigation without any evidence, zero evidence. Trump has not produced a shred of evidence.
There is no evidence for Trump's claims.
The evidence did not come.
So where did Trump get his info? From the CIA? From the FBI?
Where are you getting this information?
From a very reputable source.
What, the FBI, the CIA?
InfoWars. It's a radio show hosted by Alex Jones. You know he's legit.
With Alpha Power by InfoWars Life, you can be in charge of your energy again. Alpha Power helps with a large amount of functions for your body to help bring you to the peak of your optimal health. Alpha Power has a 4.8-star rating on InfoWarsStore.com. Listen to all these incredible 5-star reviews from verified buyers. Papa Black Wilson says, whatever's in this is doing something good. I take it daily as I would any other daily vitamin, and it's got me in a state where even the normal day of a few hours sleep, rest easy, and wake up positive, regardless of the amount of sleep I get. And what Alex was hinting at when he first released this product, yeah, the missus surely enjoys it. Frank John says, this stuff is incredible. Wow, this is like taking brain force mixed with super male vitality at the same time. Alpha Power makes me feel well mentally, makes me want to exercise more, and helps me feel a little more confident. After about a week and a half or two, I started to really feel the huge raise in my male drive. That helps with focus too, like Brain Force Plus. I've tried about 15 InfoWars Life Health products, and they're always of supreme quality. LJ says, It's been 5 days since my boyfriend began taking Alpha Power. There's definitely been a change, for the better. Without getting too personal, our activity has increased and that's fine by me. He also says he's got a bit more energy. I hope this lasts. One-Eyed Jack says, Alpha Power. I took Alpha Power for the first time this morning, and after about 15 minutes, I felt so awake and alert and full of energy. I take Super Male and Brain Force as well, but I have to say, this blows them both out of the water. Defeat the Globalists said, more energy at the end of the day. Taking 1 capsule a day in the AM, and even after being on the go all day, there's no crash at night. I'd feel exhausted after 8 p.m. Not anymore. Seem to be sleeping better too. I seem to have upped my water intake as well. I will definitely buy this again. Head to InfoWarsStore.com and experience Alpha Power today. That's InfoWarsStore.com.